Hi, friends. Welcome back to Budgeting Over 40. I'm Melissa, and today we're here to do a paycheck allocation for the amount that you see in Ready to Assign. This is my first paycheck of November in the amount of $2,483.77. So let's jump in and get started. So, all right, you guys, right off the top, I need to tell you that we have three categories that are overspent. So we do have household consumable for $14.92, groceries for $228.59, and car fuel were overspent by $32 and a penny. So even though I didn't get a paycheck, I did have to go grocery shopping, and I kind of have to do this based on my schedule. So I was in the area of the stores that are a little bit cheaper, and I did do the shopping. We did start out the month with some money. So let's jump over to October, and I can show you that there was some money that rolled from the month of October into the month of December. So we did have $95.34 in groceries, $50 in dining out, and in household consumable, we had $21.50. But because I was in the area where the bulk stores were and the ShopRite was, I did decide to go ahead and do the shopping then. For the amount that I went over budget, I did put that on my credit card because I usually do use my credit card to buy the groceries and consumables. So now that the paycheck is here, I will go ahead and cover the overspending based on what I had forecast and based on the needs, basically. So let's start out with the monthly. These are all the bills that I need to pay on a monthly basis. They do have a due date, and we need to go ahead and allocate the funds for the ones that are due between now and the next time that I get paid. So today is November 6th. I am not going to get paid again until November 21st. So I have to cover all of the bills that are due from today until the 20th because the next paycheck should hit by the 21st. So in the home expenses, the rent was already paid, but renter's insurance is going to be due on the 13th. So let's go ahead and put 43.75. That's what it is per month. In the utilities, I have already paid for electric. Cell phone and the internet are due at the end of the month, so we don't have to worry about those. In the debt section, I already paid student loan, but a firm needs to be paid. So what I need to put in for a firm, and I'm going to put the exact amounts because I know what those are. So I'm going to put $415.35. That's for one. And then the next one, 326 and 22 cents. So that's going to be $741.57 to go to a firm. The personal loan is due on the 21st, so we can wait until that paycheck to put some money there. Also, the auto loan is due on the 25th, so those two will have to come out of the next paycheck, or if we are able to get any more money between now and the time I get paid again. So I am not counting anything from hubby because I have mentioned this before. His income is variable. I don't have a set schedule as to when he transfers money in, but he's pretty good for coming in when he's needed. So, all right, let's move down into the credit card section. My Discover card, the minimum payment is $77. I think it's a little bit less, but I'm going to put 77. And you know what? While I'm here, just let me pull up my Discover statement and see what's due because that's what's going to be pulled out, the minimum payment, because it's an automatic draft. So I just need, I think it's 76. Actually, it's 75. So I'm going to go ahead and put 75 here. I don't know about extra payment to Discover for the rest of this month. So we're just going to do what's going to be pulled out, which is the $75. Let's do 67 for Mattress Firm. I don't owe anything on Capital One number one and number two, but for Capital One number one, that's where the braces are charged, and Capital One number two, that's where my heating oil is charged. As you could see here, I did pull out $128 out of the Apple Card. That was to pay for the Raymore and Flanagan because that already was charged to my account. And because I didn't send the money over to the credit card, I pulled it out because it came directly out of my bank account. So I need to replace this $128 that's due to my Apple Card. We'll work with this. Maybe I'll do it out of this paycheck, but maybe it will have to come out of another paycheck before the month close out. Now on the 15th, I do have to pray for braces. This is coming out of this paycheck. And I do want to put $263, which is half of the child support for the month here out of this one as well. Moving down into transportation, I do need to put money aside for my car insurance, which is $251.80. For Peloton, that's snoozed or paused until January, and for iCloud storage, it's not due until the end of the month. So far, we're good with all of the monthly bills that are due, the ones that have a due date that I need to pay before I get paid again. So now let's move over to the weekly and see what we need to do as of right now. So household consumable, I did say I was going to throw $50 into this category as per my pre-plan. So we're going to put that there. In dining out, so between groceries and dining out, I have $400 in my pre-plan. So what I'm going to do is throw $350 here for groceries, and I'm going to put $50 for eating out. Okay, so I did do a big shop at ShopRite, and I'm going to show you this was on the 4th. Today is the 6th. So I think that grocery should last us for at least a week, maybe a little bit more. So having $121.41 here is not bad. All right, moving on down into after school. I did put $80 per my pre-plan. I don't need to get my son's haircut, so we can pass that one. Car fuel. So we did roll some money over from fuel. So you could see I did buy gas for $75 and a penny. This was also on the 4th, but we are overspent by $32 and a penny. My pre-plan says to put 45 in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw the 45 there. Moving down into pocket money. So for pocket money, I didn't put anything in pocket money because the money that I put in was to get my hair braided. So we'll come back to this one because I may need to throw some money in pocket money, but we're going to move down into wellness. We don't have any dental expenses. We don't have any medical copay, nothing for over the counter, and nothing for prescription. What I needed to do with this money is go into personal. So we're going to go back to all. And you could see that all of the overspending has been covered. So we need to go to all, and I need to throw some money in braids and things. So I did say $230 to get my hair braided, and I had forgot to pre-plan money for the tip. So I'm going to go down to giving, and I'm going to throw $10 into tip, and this $1.65, I'm just going to go ahead and throw that into the pocket money. But before I close out this video, this is one thing that I need to talk about, and we'll get to that in 1 second. So the 165, and it brings me down to zero. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to my miscellaneous category down here, and you could see that there's $145.35 in holding. This is a gift that I got from one of my subscribers. So I do want to tell you thank you so much. I received it on Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi does take a small cut from there. So the gift was $150. And after Ko-Fi took their cut, I got $145.35. I'm going to throw this to ready to assign. So my viewer did say that this was for a specific reason, which is to pay off the vacuum cleaner. So as of today, I do have $102.99 left to pay on the vacuum cleaner. So what I'm going to do is to throw it into, I'm going to throw the $102.99 out of this money here, and I'm going to use that to pay off the vacuum cleaner. And the $42.36, he said I should use that and buy myself some garlic knots. So I did say in one of my videos that I did buy garlic knots 2 days in a row while I was at work in the evening. And what I'm going to do is put this $42.36 in pocket money. So YNAB wants to refresh, so just hold 1 second. Okay, so now that we are refreshed, let's go back down to the personal category group. And I'm going to put this $42.36 in pocket money because I will use it to buy myself some more garlic knots. And I also love bagels, so I will be using that to buy myself a bagel here and there. So I do want to tell you thank you so much. I don't know if you want me to mention your name in this video, but thank you so much for your gift. I did not expect it. It was a complete surprise, but I appreciate it and I want to shout you out. So thank you so much for that. I am going to put it where you said to put it, which is to pay off the vacuum cleaner. And that's what I'm going to do. So as soon as I log off of here, close out the video, I am going to hop into Amazon and I'm going to pay off that vacuum cleaner. The balance is $102.99. So you guys, this is it for my paycheck that I received today. All $2,483.77 got a job. I do have some money left over in household consumable. I also have some in dining out, and I also have some in groceries. So most of our bills are covered. Whatever is coming in next, which is the SSI benefits, that should come in at the top of next week. It's going to take care of my heating oil and also the propane and whatever else needed to be taken care of out of that money. So thank you guys so much for taking the time out to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye now.